When fathers disappear, society crumbles. Today, we're going to look at some of the numbers and some of the ways that we as dads might be able to interact more successfully within the system to try to provide a better future for our kids and to try to bring down anyone who might say that the father's role in the household and in the family is a diminished one today. Children who come from fatherless homes are 4 times more likely to end up in poverty. 23% of American children grow up without a dad in the home. That's 18.3 million kids. 85% of youth who are in prison come from fatherless homes. 71% of high school dropouts come from fatherless situations. This isn't about personal choice or alternative family structures. This is a crisis, and it's one that needs serious intervention for the future that's going to present a good future for our kids and a future of fatherhood in America. I've been a therapist for 12 years, and I've witnessed a great many fathers who were adept dads and good at what they were trying to do, but yet still were not awarded any type of visitation, any type of custody. The fact is that 80% of fathers end up getting diced up by the system when there is a child custody suit. And even when they are awarded custody, oftentimes they still have to pay higher rates in order to keep the kids in good standing once they do have a custody agreement. There are a great many systems that are working to undermine the role of fathers in the household, which includes the fact that men and masculinity is portrayed so negatively in media. It is a hard case to find any sitcoms, any other shows where positive masculinity is well represented, where fathers are actually not a gigantic doofus, where there are good, positive male role models. We have to look backwards quite a few decades in order to find that. Find me the last Disney movie that had a positive male role model dad as a figure that wasn't secondary, that wasn't weak, that wasn't being undermined by all of the other heroes in the story. The type of structures that are involved in higher education are currently pushing the narrative that masculinity is toxic. Now, while there are some parts of it that could be reduced in order to improve family structures, ultimately, the complete undermining of masculinity as a necessary good within the household would be completely incomprehensible and unacceptable if it were in reverse. So let's simply try to put masculinity back, and especially the positive roles of masculinity, which are to protect, provide, and offer good stewardship over the family structure. This is what it's like to be a positive masculine role model, and it's still possible today. Kids with positive role models, positive dads within their lives are 75% more likely to go to college and about as much less likely to be involved with a teen pregnancy. Boys with active fathers are 80% less likely to go to jail. According to the much heralded American Psychiatric Association, the American Psychological Association, boys with positive male role model fathers are less likely to be anxious, depressed, or have other mental unrest, as is similar with daughters too. Men simply afford better mental health outcomes for their children when they're active in the household. I've seen this one forthrightly in my own profession, but boys who had normal and typical behaviors of a century ago are now being told that they have ADHD, oftentimes medicated, and in many cases suspended or otherwise punished for behaviors that simply are normal. When it comes to average structures of school, the attention deficits are often because schools don't offer the same stimulus-rich environment that they're getting when they're playing video games or doing other things, and a century ago would have been building, using their hands, doing many proactive, engaging roles that were going to keep them from having these attention deficits. So schools are simply not set up and oftentimes decline to investigate why boys' attention is struggling. The future of our country depends on men stepping up and being the leaders, protectors, and providers. Let's stop the media squeeze out of fathers, stop the cultural squeezing out of fathers and help build a future of fatherhood in America. We can all support dads together. If this has been any service to you and your family, please like, share, and subscribe to Rumble Right Dad. Thanks so much.